Hey everyone, welcome to the Industry Show. I'm your host Nitin Bajaj, and joining me today is Kunoor Chopra. Kunoor, welcome on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Pleasure is all ours. So let's start with who is Kunoor?
All right, that's a big question. We could spend days on that, but I'll try to simplify it. So, Kunoor is someone who enjoys life to its fullest. My wife Deanna and I live in Palm Springs and Laguna Beach, California. We enjoy outdoor activities like hiking, biking, stand up paddle boarding, and traveling. We enjoy spending time with our families. To relax, I love sitting on the beach and enjoying some champagne. Professionally, I'm very proud of my accomplishments. I'm a licensed California lawyer and practiced as a litigator for 5 years before starting a pioneering company in the legal outsourcing space called LawScribe. I sold it in 2010 and in 2012 co founded Elevate with Liam Brown. I love building things and built the legal services side of our business. That includes the solutions we bring around litigation, contracts, M&A, compliance, IP, entity management. And now I work closely with law departments and law firms to understand their enterprise challenges and bring the right suite of technology, services, and consulting to meet their needs. I design right source solutions focused on combining people, process, technology, and data in innovative ways to enable customers to modernize and optimize their operations. Bottom line, I work hard and I play hard.
That is awesome. Would love to hear more about Elevate.
Absolutely. So Elevate was founded over a decade ago in 2011, and I joined as a co-founder in 2012, right when we were setting up our first customer. So Elevate is a law company bringing consulting services and technology solutions to law departments and law firms to improve efficiency, quality, and outcomes, basically optimizing and transforming how legal is managed and performed. Our consulting includes things like helping define law department and law firm strategy, optimizing legal processes such as how contracting or litigation is being done. It includes helping law departments work better with outside counsel through outside counsel management programs like RFP management, invoice review, and panel programs. On the technology side, we have an ELM or an enterprise legal management platform, which brings various modules to customers in one technology stack. That includes things like project management, RFP management, matter management, and contract management, with underpinnings of AI, metrics, reporting, and data visualization. The purpose of the ELM is to minimize the number of different technologies that customers need to implement to help them run their law departments and law firms. The tech-enabled services side is the largest part of our business. So we have a flexible staffing business where customers need a person to augment their current staff. So someone's on maternity leave or they need a secondment. So we provide the people. We also provide managed services enabled by tech. So in that scenario, we're responsible for the outcome. For example, taking over a customer's contracting function or helping them do the drafting and negotiation of NDAs or other types of contracts. We also do e-discovery and document review, running various types of compliance initiatives such as gifts and entertainment, conflicts of interest, or privacy-related compliance needs around, say, GDPR and CCPA. We also do intellectual property and entity management. As you can tell, we do a broad range of services, but the purpose in building this type of a solution stack was to bring a holistic solution offering to our customers as trusted advisors for them. We also have an affiliated law firm that sits next to us called Elevate Next. And with that, we're able to kind of close that gap. So we can seamlessly provide the business of law support through Elevate, as well as meet customers' practice of law needs through Elevate Next.
So it sounds like it's you mentioned holistic, but it's a single stop shop for any and every kind of service that anyone in the legal and the legal tech space might need or might think of.
Absolutely. Yep.
So I think the easier question would have been, what do you not do?
Exactly, exactly. And it's a lot, but really that whole focus is on how do we improve efficiency, right? And how law departments and law firms are operating. And so when I started my first company, LawScribe, in 2004, at that point, efficiency meant let's send work to India, right? It was labor arbitrage. Things have evolved so much in the last 15 years. So it's now we have better technology, we have better data, we have insights. So with that, we can craft more meaningful and thoughtful solutions for our customers, which allows us to bring this broad portfolio to them.
It's no longer a lower cost because you're offsetting or offshoring it. It's based off of efficiencies and kind of enabling a lot more based on the data and the metrics that you're able to present.
Exactly, exactly.
Give us a sense for, one, who's your ideal customer, and then also, the geographies or the kinds and types of services you're serving right now.
Absolutely. So Elevate is, in terms of kind of revenue size, we're an 80 million revenue business. We have over 1,500 employees serving over 100 of the top 1,000 law departments and 30 of the top 100 law firms. So we work with a lot of significantly large customers as well as some in the mid-size range. We operate in 5 continents with offices across the US, the UK, Poland, Switzerland, India, Hong Kong, Philippines, Singapore, and Australia. So as you mentioned, right, we've really moved beyond, hey, let's send work to a lower cost geography, but really what is the right geography, right people to do the task at hand. And with this global footprint, the reason we built it was, we can serve customers globally 24/7 and have business resiliency. Our customer base of approximately 300 customers is similarly global, with 60% of our customers headquartered in the US, 25% in Europe, and 15% in Asia Pac. And our customers vary in size, with 40% having more than 10,000 employees. But the ideal customer, and because we have this holistic stack, is really a customer who says, we have a need in this one area. It could be contracts, it could be litigation, it could be legal operations, it could be built as a center of excellence, but really coming in, helping them deliver a successful solution in that area, building that trusted relationship, and then them saying, wow, you've done a really good job in contracts, you've helped, it's kind of a proof of concept, but you've helped show some success and value here. Can you help us in X, Y, or Z? And so that's where that holistic solution is so important, so that customers, law firms and law departments don't have to keep sourcing solutions from a range of providers. We can bring that full suite, but obviously can prove ourselves in one specific area.
Well, congratulations, first off. Those are some phenomenal numbers, right? Just mind blowing. And at the same time, I love you can cater to as much or get as specific, and you're not forcing the customer one way or the other. And I would imagine from the customer's perspective, there is a need they get in and start building that relationship, and it just grows from there.
Absolutely. And we love doing what we're doing in terms of helping customers optimize how they're doing legal.
Yes.
And definitely a huge need and demand in this area.
Well, just thinking about the scale and size of the operations makes me think, what's the one big challenge you're facing as a business?
Sure. So lots of different challenges, but so if you look at Elevate, right, we were built to help law departments and law firms manage their costs and budgets, transact business more quickly, and help them right size and right source support for their businesses. We've been here to help them change how they're operating. The challenge that I'd say we've faced most recently is the rate of acceleration at which customers now want to do some things, now wanting to change post-pandemic. I mean, the market is booming and people want to change for various reasons, right? I mean, the world is different now because you can now work remotely. That
Yes.
really changes people's mindset. So that's changing how they're staffing or how they're willing to staff for support. Many of our customers, when we go and try to sell to them, they're like, no, we need people to be sitting inside in our offices next to us. I mean, that's not the case anymore. People are seeing the value that can be provided by remote resources. So that's definitely going to change how customers will staff for themselves, right? Many law departments and law firms are also going to be able to bring remote people on directly or work with companies like ours who have a remote operating model. In fact, when the pandemic happened, we were already 40% of our workforce was working remote. And so it was very easy for us to shift to all remote and then continue to support our customers who needed that business resiliency. Additionally, companies are, because of the pandemic, even more so, right? Companies have always been under pressure to manage and reduce costs, but more so post-pandemic. So with that, they're again turning to an Elevate. And if you think about it, I mean, Elevate was really built to help customers through times like this and beyond, right? To be nimble and flexible and respond to their needs quickly. We've been setting this up for years and telling the market how to do things differently. It's just all accelerated now, and people don't want to go back to the status quo. So with that challenge, that means we invest in more people, we invest in more technology to be able to scale and provide them the support that they need.
And with challenge comes opportunity, right? Uh, so what's the biggest opportunity you're targeting right now?
Sure. I'd say it's kind of broad in terms of it's various opportunities, again, because of the suite of solutions, because of the customers we are working with. But I think the big, and you're right, I think the biggest opportunity is related to this challenge.
Mhm.
We're experienced in a lot of different areas and we've been growing year on year. We're also very nimble and flexible and can pivot to our customers' needs. So when we built Elevate, really the goal was to build customer driven solutions, provide excellent customer service, and to be able to move quickly to help our customers. And even as a larger company, compared to many of our competitors out there, we're still able to do that. So some of the areas I'd say that we're really seeing opportunities on the corporate side, huge need right now within on the contract side, right? All companies operate on contracts. That's the lifeline. So we provide end-to-end contract support. And so some of the big opportunities can range from, helping a, Fortune 10, Fortune 50 company optimize how they're doing contracts, because many of them, for example, still use email. They don't have technology, and they have 10 steps where they should have five,
Mhm.
and they have 20 plus year lawyers doing, simple tasks. So really recalibrating how they're doing contracts has been a significant part of what we're doing right now. And then just moving down that continuum. Once they figure out, hey, we can actually do contracts better, we can then help put the people in place globally to help right source and right size some of that work. With law departments, there's, their motivation is a little bit different.
Yes.
They're not looking at necessarily just optimizing how they're functioning like law departments are, but they're looking at how can they support their end customer better, where they're saying, hey, help us build a center of excellence. So as an example, one of our law firm customers wants to be able to go to their, Fortune 50 technology company client and say, hey, we'll take over your entire contracting portfolio. But obviously they're not going to do all of the work, right? They're not going to do the NDAs, or it won't make sense for them to do the low complexity, high volume work. But through partnership with Elevate, they can, and they can bring an optimal solution where they take it off their clients' hands, and bring the right people, process, and technology. So they're really trying to shift that type of a mindset. Um, Similar with another law firm, they wanted digital is huge right now. So we're going to be
Mhm.
doing a whole digital transformation effort with them to, again, help them support their end customer.
I can imagine this is very exciting, and in some cases, it can also become very frustrating. Right? Uh, is there a maybe a lesson learned or success story in this journey spanning about 9 years or even from before that you would really want to share with us?
Sure, absolutely. So one of the most important things in this law firm customer that I was talking about, where we've had these two discussions around, hey, let's help you support your customers better in contracts, or let's go digital. This was one of our early customers, and we were doing a lot of different tasks with them. A lot, providing a broad range of solutions. And at some point, they weren't happy with one of the areas, which was it was the largest team, largest revenue generator for us. And they decided they wanted to move that work to another provider. We were very professional about it. We said, of course, whatever you need. We put a very, thoughtful transition plan with them in place with them. We helped move that work to this provider, and we continued to do, again, that small piece of work for them. 2 or 3 years later, over the last year or two, they wanted to re-engage with us and said, hey, we want you to do this one piece of work that I was talking about, kind of this transactional center of excellence. And now we just won this huge digital opportunity with them. And so I think the point of that is very important to do right by your customer. Like, even if they decide, hey, we don't want to work with you, or if you've made mistakes, like, just responding to that in a way that's professional, that's helpful, that's, hey, we want to make this right. Because ultimately you want to do what you said you were going to do, and mistakes are going to happen, but it's how you respond to those that the customers are going to remember. And this isn't just a learning with this customer, and we've seen it with other customers as well. And it's so important to just do right by your customer, no matter what the scenario.
And that's such a, I would have said, beautiful or a wonderful story, but it's also the fact of life, right? It's the relationships that you build, it's the people that you work with, and none of this is static, right? These same people are going to go to other places, and they're going to remember that you did right by them, and stayed true to the mission of putting the customer first. And this comes back, and that's how we grow as entrepreneurs and organizations. So thanks for sharing that. I know it takes a lot of courage transparent about things that don't work out the way we plan to. So, really appreciate you sharing that. With that, I want to switch gears and talk about one line life lessons that I would like you to share with us.
I think just related to what we just spoke about, and this is a big one for me that I live by, which is that people will forget what you said, but people will always remember how you made them feel. And that's taken from Maya Angelou's quote. And that just really sticks with me. And I think that's so important, and relates to, why it's so important to, again, kind of do right by the customer. It's how you respond to things that people will remember and how they felt coming out of that.
I love that. Yes.
Another one is be compassionate, not only to others, but to yourself. It's so easy, right? Whether your friends or family or colleagues to say, oh, it's okay. Yeah, you made a mistake. You did something wrong. It's, we'll get through this, and everyone makes mistakes, but people are so hard on themselves. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I'm learning, and I'm not perfect at it, is to learn to be compassionate to my own self.
A skill I need to learn for sure.
A fun one, and this came from my wedding. It was, so for our wedding song, Leanne Womack has a song called "I Hope You Dance."
Yes.
So I say, always choose to dance. Always fun. Find the fun in life. Do something different. Be humble, but don't just sit there. Right? There's so many great opportunities. So kind of always choose to dance.
I love that one.
Um, and another one, and this is, I think there's some of these you'll see a lot of just my own self-reflection and self-work that I continue to do. And this relates to, when I was building Elevate, and it was very important as a South Asian lesbian for me to, at this point, to be out and to be able to be my own authentic self, to be successful. And I've seen that success. And it's so important for me to share that message with others, because it's so important for people to be able to bring their full authentic self to work or their personal life. So it's bring your whole authentic self, be able to be your whole authentic self, or just kind of, I don't know what people say today, you be you.
Yes.
I think it's so critical.
Yeah, it reminds me of another one of these one-liners which says, "If I'm not going to be I, who will?" Right?
Love it. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely, absolutely. And I think the post-pandemic, this is something that's been very important to Diana and me, which is, if not now, when?
Yes.
Right? I think we've all experienced how short life can be,
Yes.
right? And so really figuring out what makes you happy, what gives you joy, personally, professionally, and just doing it. And some people, they'll see it, they're like, "What? You're doing this again? Are you doing this?" But we like I said at the beginning, we live life to our fullest, and I think it's really important. So if not now, when?
Absolutely love it. Kunur, thank you so much for sharing your online life lessons and your journey with us. And again, thank you for being candid, for being transparent. It takes a lot of courage, and I know you're not short on it. So thank you for making the time for being with us. We would love to continue staying in touch and sharing your journey, bringing you back on in some time, and would love that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. This was great and a great experience, and great to reconnect with you.
It's been awesome. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.